There's a Gundam down here!
This is Kurt Thornton, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks. This is good stuff. Don't turn it off.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing Gundam again, and it's a UC Gundam, but not the good, not of the good variety.
Now, before we get into it, War in the Pocket, that was UC, wasn't it?
Yep.
War in the Pocket was UC. So, 8th MS was
UC.
Was that UC?
Yes,
that was
it was.
UC also. Okay, so yeah, we did 3 so far. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You want to know what this one was? And I'll tell. No. I know it was UC, but you want to know what it was just from watching it, especially when you watch the first 20 minutes. I felt like I was watching Gundam's love letter to Transformers the movie, the 86 movie, because good God, people got capped.
It felt like somebody said, "Hey, let's just kill a bunch of people, man. Fuck it,
Kill a bunch of people and introduce new characters."
the Gundam way." No, because you gotta think of reality. Because one of the things that always get me about Gundam and why it's so, I guess, important is because that it always ran on the rule of war is hell. There are people that are like civilians, so that happens. Come on now, we talked about people getting capped. I must go back on Eris's favorite Gundam series, which is Wing, with your boy QRW just took a fucking gun and just took out all of it. Took out everybody, man. Nigga did the whole village, man.
Oh, freaking Catra.
Catra for no fucking reason just started just going nuts on everybody for no
He completely
goddamn reason.
Like the one
None.
person who screams out peace, give peace a chance, wipes out an entire colony.
This movie was actually supposed to be a series. Actually, stop. We're talking about a Gundam we haven't even introduced the person that we love the most, who has been on probably more episodes of Three Black Geeks than any other guest, and that's my boy Prime Gundam. Prime, how you doing today, bro?
Guten Tag, dudes. What up?
Now, Prime, I got a question. When it comes to Gundam and all this importance and all that good shit, this movie was supposed to be like the 10th anniversary or some bullshit like that? Or was that 10th anniversary or something? It was supposed to be something special.
All right. So, fun story, kids. Primary time. So, this movie was initially intended to run as a full 50-episode series to celebrate Gundam's 10th anniversary.
Whoa! It was supposed to be 50 episodes.
That's not surprising. That's the gold. That's the gold standard. That is the standard of Gundam series.
Nigga, I know that's the gold standard, but I was thinking like, yo, man, they packed a whole fucking OVA in one movie. This nigga said 50 episodes. Wow.
Supposed to be. So here's the fun thing. So, the only thing I've ever been able to find in any of my source books and in my research that says that there were some staff disputes and like really black quotation marks.
Yeah.
So take with that as you will. So they had to go to the writer's room, which had already completed 13 scripts for the show.
Jesus
and they said,
Christ.
"Nah, son, cut that shit up. We made a movie."
Wow.
It went through 13 rewrites. It went through 13. 1-3. 10 plus 3 makes what? 13. Like, let's just be real. 1 rewrite, cool. 2, 3 of them? Oh, God, that seems kind of strange. Did you get the script you wanted? Bet. Dude, when you go through 13, that meant after 13 times, somebody finally said, cool.
Actually, no, AD, you actually got that. You got that halfway right. When you said three times, like the third time of the rewrite, I think we might be in trouble.
Basically.
Yeah. Now, this
So
is not,
from the
hold on.
13 scripts that they had, they took what they had already animated. Now keep in mind, this shit was already being production. The train was out of the fucking station and they were going full steam ahead. They stopped production on what they had and said, okay, let's take what we have here now, add some more shit, and let's cobble this shit together into a movie.
Wow.
Why not?
Because that's what you do. It's the Japanese way.
So that's why the first half of the movie, which I call basically like a reboot of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, because that's the fuck what it was, made a little bit more sense because I guess those were the first 2 episodes. They had a little bit more to work with. And then after that, once Seabook and his crew hook up with the, what's the name of that damn ship? Anyway, once they hook up with the ship, that's when the kind of the narrative just gets kind of loosey fucking goosey.
You know, it's amazing that this is a Gundam show where the Gundam itself is kind of sort of an afterthought.
Oh my God.
It really was.
Isn't it? Never have I had, because even in MS, even the 8th MS, they had a Gundam. It was featured. You got to see Gundam.
2 sets too. 2 sets.
Yeah, 2 sets of Gundams, man. Like you can say what you will of saying that it was so different because there really wasn't a lot of, I guess, like, you know, the classic red, white, and blue look of a Gundam or anything like that. But yo, there's something to be said when we didn't see the Gundam until, and I counted, the hour mark. You don't see the Gundam until the hour mark.
And that's not counting Amuro Ray's RX-78 Gundam, which has been converted into a tank.
That's like obligatory cameo.
Wasn't the RX-78? That was
I mean, I know it wasn't Prime. I know it wasn't. I'm just calling it that because when it came out, and again, like you said, this was supposed to be the anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam. And I'm like, okay, was this a nod? Like this was like basically Ray's, like Amuro's Gundam had been like broken down and retired and all that. I mean, it didn't even have a head. It was just a tank. And the main cannon didn't work.
Yo, when that thing blew, when they shot that thing off and it just busted, I did laugh. I think, okay, that's just funny. That's kind of funny. You know what? The comedy, and that's another thing. The comedy that was inserted into this had to be some of the worst in Gundam history, in my opinion. Like Gundam, like let's just be real. Gundam has comedic moments here and there, and it's really far apart because let's just be real. This is a war scene. If you're going to get something silly, it's going to be something small, something that's not going to linger. These were just some miss-ass jokes. The best joke didn't come until he told fucking Seabrook that he's going to pilot the fucking Gundam, and he big boots this nigga dead in the face. That was the best joke in the whole movie. I was like, bruh. But anyway, but still,
hold on. I want to view this. I want to view this. My favorite joke in the scene, I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke or not, but I fucking laughed, was when Iron Man was giving that speech and he said, like, he will not hide, come at him, and somebody took a pot shot at him and he said, come at me, bro.
This man has an arm mask on. You thought taking a shot at him was really gonna work? Come on, man. Come on.
He took a headshot, like, oh, damn, okay.
You know, just really
That right there is a clear indication of you shouldn't have been talking trash.
Dude, that's like me looking at the Terminator in his exoskeleton and be like, you know what? I think I could take a fist to his face and it will work.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're gonna shoot at Iron Mask, empty the clip. Just empty.
You might as well.
You might as well.
Here's an idea. Body shots. Because clearly he's trying to draw your attention somewhere else.
Exactly. Look, here's the funny thing. I love the design of the mask, but then I'm sitting there looking at it by, like, you know, almost at the end of the movie, and I'm just saying to myself, this is stupid. It just looks stupid. He wears that everywhere he goes, man. Oh my God. But anyway.
It's not Gundam if somebody's not wearing a mask.
It really isn't, man.
But this
And
is
now,
just
look,
this is
look.
just laying it on thick, though.
All right, look. I'm looking at the two Gundam heads in the room, okay? And I'm just gonna be real with you. I want y'all to defend y'all anime. Like, hey D, explain why Goku is a bad dad. I can do that shit. You have to explain to me these masks with all these fucking antagonists in Gundam.
I mean, I'm gonna look at Prime on that one. I just feel because they love Char so much that just ended up becoming the staple in every Gundam since then. That's my
I'll
logic.
say pretty fucking much. They're like, hey, that baller ass dude wore a mask. I'm a baller ass dude. Put a mask on too.
Exactly, and it always goes to the coolest character, like the coolest antagonist. The coolest antagonist, which you think is an antagonist, but in reality, he just happens to be misunderstood, or again, depending on the writer and how they wrote that character.
Yeah.
And Gundam's always hit or miss when it comes to some of its fleshing out of characters. It's always been hit or miss. Some of them are some like really compelling storylines, and then some you can tell that look, it's 12 episodes. Fuck you.
And then like certain Gundams that do have the mask person, they go opposite. Like Homeboy in Gundam Double O, he gets the mask because oh shit, he got fucked up from a fight and shit because of the particles, and then like I think the movie he pops back up without the mask because he's basically like, hey, I like my skin even though it's fucked up, and I'm like, okay.
Like I had a coming to Jesus moment, and yeah, I don't need it.
That's how they all do, because Zex was the same way, but Zex to me was more of a different one. The reason why Zex to me was like, nigga, you just did that because you just vain as shit. I'm too pretty for this world. And fuck, and fuck the colonies.
I mean, he gonna slice Fortress Barge in half though.
Man. Again, one of the GOATs. That was one of the GOAT moments of that show.
One of the beast moments.
Because apparently he gets hired by Bernie Sanders to fucking go after Fortress Barge and shit. So might as well.
Up there, I need you to take out all the Fortress Barge. Make sure all of them are gone. All of them. Also, the Romefeller. Also, we're getting money from the Romefeller Foundation. They up my ass right now. Also, Trace. He's a son of a bitch, but I love him.
Oh man.
Now, Otto, he took out Wall Street. I'm proud of that.
Hey, I want to look, real quick.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Chris.
Really
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, I really wanted to tell you this because we're going to laugh again, trust me, when I say this. I have to really tip my hat off to you because you have developed a couple of sayings on this show that are really hilarious to me every time I hear it. Now, just real talk, and I always say this about anybody listening to our show, fuck you if you don't laugh at it. I'm laughing at it. Something's wrong with you. And one of them for me is where you describe something that's getting demolished, that's getting torn apart, just getting wasted away. Your best saying is this: the Hogan leg drop.
It really is.
It every time you say that because all I can see is a giant version of Hogan. Like he was like, yeah, man, he did the fucking leg drop to Southeast, and then I just see a big giant Hulk Hogan just landing all over Southeast DC.
Could you imagine, seeing just from you saying that, I'm just imagining, like I'm literally picturing a giant blocky mech version of Hogan leg dropping.
I think I'm shocked with Gundam. Look, I'm shocked with when it comes to Gundam. One thing that never happened, and the most we got is G Gundam 4, but real talk, I have been waiting, Prime, and I mean this, Prime. I have been waiting for Gundam to go the way of wrestling, professional wrestling. And I know the most we'll get for is G Gundam, but I want to see them
Build Fighters.
Yeah, I was going to say there's Build Fighters.
Have you watched
Build Fighters like that?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Pretty much third season. Build Fighters Try, where they do 3 tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
It turns into wrestling. It just turns into I don't know. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much for the most part.
Yeah.
I have not watched that show, and I've actually been interested. I was going to ask you about it the other day too. Yeah, all right, cool. Thank you for that. I was waiting for that.
It's what I'm here for. You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah, but I think we have to. I think we need to address the elephant in the room on this movie. So in Gundam, we always see destruction to different degrees, and people are affected by it. Whether somebody shoots a hole in the colony, and you see bodies just get sucked out the fucking colonies and shit, which is fucked up in and of itself. This show showed a woman holding her child, and she gets promptly knocked out by the shell casing.
No.
See, I say knocked out because the framing of the scene made it seem as though it was just a light love tap to the head.
It did. Yeah, it seemed like it, but even I caught that. I was like, no, because we've already seen at least 5 other people before her just get murked as if they were all on 1% health. So,
moment of silence from boy Arthur.
Yeah,
bruh, Arthur.
He went out like a G though.
He did go out like a G, but I was like, good God, like it took was that one thing. Like he technically didn't get shot by anything. It was just him taking that headshot to that wall.
Yep. Going at that speed and all that, man. Arthur feels like a motherfucker for Arthur, man. I really did, man. I was like, so the first talking character that gets a name that dies is a black man.
Let's be real about this. Gundam in Japan itself, when it comes to race relations and stuff, it's hit or miss. Sometimes black people do survive it. Sometimes they don't.
I know, right? Sometimes we get a Loran. Sometimes we get an Arthur. I mean, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Hey, look. I will say this. This was one of the movies where I seen this movie. I could say was one of the few times I could say I seen more than 4 black people. So I can give this movie that.
That's the one thing that he is right.
Place it in, like that's right.
I will say this
popped up on the ship.
Because I will say this though too, and I think this is what people forget about Gundam and stuff. Like in the original Mobile Suit Gundam, they did hit like Southeast Asia and parts of Africa, and you saw brown-skinned people in that show, and then you tend to forget. Oh shit, there was a lot of brown-skinned people in this show. Damn. Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah.
We not forget the GOAT. Ryu in
the
original Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
Now he might have been Polynesian, he might have been an islander. I can't remember which, but he had brown skin and he was a main character and he did dope shit because his life was dope.
Yep.
Did he have nigga lips?
No. It's just.
See, that's where it gets funny. On the rules.
It's like, look, yeah.
Not every black character is gonna look like Killer from Dragon Ball. Okay?
No. I understand that. But that is a trait that I look for. Like usually the black characters, we get voluptuous features. Yeah. Whether our muscles are bigger, whether our lips are bigger, our nose bigger. Or, and when it comes to the girls, their titties are fat as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it up to the Japanese.
So I see you watch Bat Squatch as well.
Exactly. Look. Black character. Look, let's just be real. The Japanese don't have to put us in there because we're not in fucking Japan. They don't have to fucking put us in there if they don't want to. Let's just be real. But when they do, yes, there's some interesting characters. And yeah, I know for every fucking Yaruichi, we get a fucking killer. We get a fucking popo.
They've gotten a little bit better now. They've gotten better now. Back then, back then, it's like if you watch Gundam, you were kind of like breathing a sigh of relief that they didn't look like the look of black people wasn't like Killer. Basically, they just look like regular people and shit. But like you say, you go Killer, and it's like yeesh,
It's so much cringe.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is this, fucking Despo, because they gave him a fucking West Coast Cali voice. Oh, son, he black. You just made the rabbit nigga off Dragon Ball Super black. And you know what? Thank you for that, Funimation. You didn't have to do that, but I am waiting on a correct Jamaican character. I am waiting for it.
You said that, and the first person that popped to my head was fucking Bob Makahara from Tenjo Tanky, and I was like,
thank you, Prime. I was just going to mention Bob. I'm like, the closest thing you got was Bob. They actually got him correct if you think about it.
And he did Capoeira.
Yep. Now, I do got one question, and we can move on to, back to Gundam. But I do have one question. When it comes to the lighter-skinned black people. Like, you know, in our book, we still call them black, but they're a little bit more like lighter skin. I see people saying, oh, actually, she's Japanese, doing that a lot. I don't know why that. I never understood that, but I don't know. That's just something I noticed. Like, somebody said, like, somebody told me, like, Laura's not black. I'm like, her brother Sean, right? Like, yeah, she's black.
Yeah, these are things.
Now, I got a question. Is Cxdy black off of Tekken?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
she's
no,
Brazilian.
No, I mean,
Ooh.
she's more Brazilian than anything.
Eddie's
I mean,
Brazilian
yeah, Brazilian
too,
is
but,
based, Brazilian is Portuguese and nigga. So
I mean,
True. Fucking true.
So, yeah, so I'm just, see Eddie. Oh yeah, we all say he's black. Oh yeah, the granddad, he's black. Cxdy, I mean, yeah, kinda.
I mean, she thick.
Everybody
She thick and look like J-Lo, so I mean,
I mean, no, correction. She looked like J-Lo when she first came out, and then Tekken 5, she started to slip away from looking like J-Lo. Now the only character who intentionally looks like J-Lo is Katarina.
Which is weird. I don't know why they did that, man. Somebody, look, Harada likes something. He got a taste.
Hey, he's welcome to the cookout apparently, so there's that.
Oh, absolutely.
Harada is still, like, here's me. I have a feeling Harada is actually terrified of black people. And
Dude, he didn't do it. Dog, that's what made that interaction real quick. That's what made that interaction so funny when somebody was like, "Oh man, Harada, thank you for putting that character in there. You're welcome to the cookout." And he's like, "What is this cookout? I don't know what this cookout is."
I felt actual cookout. I'll confuse this nigga. But you know what? It's all right. It's all right that Harada's scared of black people because he has a reason to, because my nigga put hands on him 3 times.
Full circle.
Aaron's part of the piece.
Given the fact that I haven't met him,
3-0 on that nigga. 3-0 on that nigga.
the amount of times I've met him,
God to God, nigga.
had he released that character while I was still there, I would have told him personally, you are formally invited to.
In fact, you should just go on ahead and just give him that mumble sauce I gave you and be like, "Dog, here you go, mumble sauce."
I would have added that too. I was like, here. Next time, listen, look, next time you get some chicken or some fries, shoot anything,
Mumble sauce.
pour this on it.
Capital mumbo. Okay.
To go back on one thing, Eris, I agree with you. That was an unintentionally hilarious death that woman took with the showcase. It wasn't that, the babies, their moms and everybody's dying. The shit that gets me is that the fact that, we all saw it, and I see it in slow motion. You hear the platoon music. You hear that, right? And all of a sudden, when the shell casing hit her head, I just hear this Hanna-Barbera sound effect of gook.
That's what made it look like it was a love tap, and I'm like, what?
Like I said, you don't want to laugh at it, but I'm sorry, it was comical to me because I really thought, okay, she's gonna get up, I mean, she's all right, that was just a little love tap, but no, the way she hit that ground, I'm like, oh, she down, she's out.
She dead.
Oh, you dead, okay.
I mean, you saw her eyes lit up a little bit. I'm like, oh, she dead. She ain't alive on that one.
And they did that closing of the eyelids thing like 3 times in this movie. Nah, man, he gone, dog. They did it like 3 times in this
See you at the crossroads.
Got it.
God knows how many times Crossroads would have played in just the first 30 minutes of this movie.
No, when you say Crossroads, I'm thinking of Gundam. I see Easy right there. Then I see Char. Then I see Rabble Row.
So you say she's Char, meanwhile some fucking damn Xeon Remnant is looking at you like, fuck you goddamn nigga. He ain't dead. And I'm like, damn, dude, like...
You know what Eris sees? Your boy General Septum.
Why is he still falling? I don't understand.
Thank you.
Well, look, Prime, I can answer that question of why he's still falling. Because he's now a part of that stupid meme.
Wow. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes, new types. You know what, Brian? I've always had a problem with new types in the sense of writing. Of one thing, just one thing simple. I hate it when, and this doesn't happen all the time with Gundam. Granted, sometimes they use that new type thing to their advantage, but sometimes they make it the pure I win button. You know what I mean? When they start doing Jedi shit,
which they're essentially.
I mean, yeah,
anything but name. Now here's the funny thing. Would you believe if I told you when Tom was crafting the F91 at the conceptual level, he said he wanted something to be a little less convoluted than Char's counterattack in this presentation of the new type, because he felt that Char's counterattack was a little too inside baseball. Like you had to have a lot of foreground to just really appreciate and enjoy that movie. So he thought, okay, well, let me scale this back and move away from the themes of new types. So F91, I think the core thing for this, we're going to deal with family issues. And I think he kind of hit the fucking bullseye on the head there with Seabook and his fucking mommy issues and his daddy issues and Cicely and all that shit over there.
Me and Prime's boy, fucking Bright Noah, a.k.a. get the fucking the Gundam Amuro. We get that happened in F91, and I laughed my ass off when it happened. I was like, thank you. We finally got a guy that says, hey, get the fucking the Gundam.
If Bright was around, do you like that shit would happen? Because this is one thing that was jarring to me in the movie. Like, I don't know if I said this yet or not, but like I go through phases with this movie where I love it and I hate it. And like right now I'm in the middle.
See, I can imagine that.
Like sometimes I'm like, man, this movie fucking sucks. Other times I'm like, man, and a lot of it is really down to like how it depicts like the siege on the colony. Like I really fucking like that scene like a lot.
The first, I agree with that. The first 20 minutes of this movie is really good, at least in the sense of action and its depiction of war and what's going on, and the fact that you are like, holy shit, I don't think this baby is going to make it. And the baby makes it to the end of the movie, but still. But
fucking Commodore and his war orphans. Yeah,
you're actually engaged, and you hope all those, like you said, war orphans are there. And of course, it wouldn't be a Japanese movie where I mention a girl's breasts and they talk about breastfeeding. I'm like, thank you for that, but whatever.
So what gets me is like, so I can tell how this movie could be a little jarring. Imagine being a fan in Japan, and so you're coming off of Char's counterattack, right? And the Federation pretty much was seen as like the good guys in that movie.
Again, coming off of Double Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, like in Gundam, there are no like true good guys. That's the beauty of what the franchise does. It shows that there are no people in war. They're just people trying to survive. Mm-hmm. But it's really jarring to go from that, then to go to F91, where we see Federation soldiers like willing and wanting to use children as human shields.
Because they're assholes. That's why.
They're like, hey, get those kids. If we have them in the front line, they want to come up here. Like, really? And then I guess that's how they're just staging the two sides in the conflict, where they have like the fucking space Nazi aristocrats, the Cosmo Babylonia, going, oh, when we attacked the colony, I ordered my soldiers not to fire on any civilians. And then you see in the siege on the colony, like it was actually a lot of the Federation side who was causing a lot of that collateral damage. So I think they're trying to paint like, oh, the Federation is in depth, Cosmo Babylonia, we just believe that all men are equal, but they're not equal in their deeds and their nobility. We want to rule. Begin the human genocide project as soon as fucking possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna be all good. Yes, it's all fine.
Wow, that's on some. That's on some the boys tip right there,
bro. That's Gundam in a nutshell. It's just ridiculous shit, and it's like, yo, both sides are assholes. God damn.
Just full of shit. Like I almost fucking choked to death when Cicely was talking to her fucking granddad, who was talking that bullshit about like, oh, I don't want to take over the world. Look, I just want to bring a new age of peace. That's all I'm doing, baby.
Bro,
I got no blood.
Hold up, Prime, did you see how her pops rolled up with the gun in that spacesuit?
Bro, how do you no gravity, but he's fucking popping motherfuckers in mobile suits? I'm like, how? How's he doing this?
All I gotta say is, man, bakers be bad as fuck, bro. You gotta roll that bread up. What's up?
Dude, imagine this. All right.
He did it the same way that he flew inside with a jetpack.
Exactly. He used a jetpack.
He was using a jetpack in like it was like gravity inside the colony. He was using a jetpack like he was stealing out of space. I'm like, yo, for real? We're not going to
my man said, look, I got this jetpack, I got this Walther P-38.
I'm just saying, imagine it's your first day. Imagine it's your first day. You're inside of a fucking mobile suit. Everything's going fine, and then bam, you get shot in the face by some dude in a spacesuit.
You know what, Prime? I'm looking at you on this one because Gundam goes out of its fucking way to tell you the science of shit, right? So why is there a dude flying around in a jetpack with the gravity?
You have literally witnessed too much.
It is at this point that the anime has become sentient.
Oh, God.
You weren't supposed to notice that.
I just imagine fucking Prime walking up to the camera trying to cover it up with his hand. Like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. I mean, no, I'm just saying.
Look, D, that's enough. That's enough. You about one sentence away from getting assassinated.
Look.
Can I talk to you over here?
Can I talk to you over here for a second? Pop.
Chris too. It'd be Chris too. Hey D, what's up, man? Like, what you doing? What you doing at my job? Hey man, let's go to lunch. Why we going to lunch, nigga? What the hell's going on?
Now we're going to Five Guys. It's gonna be cool.
Like, can you meet me outside the gate for lunch real quick? Like, wait, where outside the gate? I'm about a couple miles down the road.
Hey, why don't you go around the corner? It's okay, Jimmy. I'm gonna go home.
Nah. Chris, no, check it out.
I hate you so much, Chris.
Yo, Chris hit me. No. Chris. What
He hit the Jimmy. No, I'm sorry, D. He hit the Jimmy Conway.
Nah, G over there trying to tell him to go around the corner. Yo, over here, like, go ahead, go get it. You know something's up.
Dude, she knew it was up. She said go around the corner and it's closed. I'm like, dog. She saw all them dudes there and was like, nope.
Like, first of all, I was already suspect of you in general.
It's so funny. I remember when I was watching that with Angie. Angie, like, first off, bitch, I know you high, but why did you even go there? You know that nigga was going. Henry told you before you left the house, yo, if Jimmy starts talking that shit, just leave. Just leave. You don't got to stay. Look. Okay, all right, Prime. That is my one. I'm just saying. I'm praising Gundam because Gundam is like Star Trek to me, where they will explain their bullshit. You know what I mean? They'll go in depth and they will go out their way to explain it. The Zero system to me still don't make no fucking sense, but at least they laid it out. I'm just noticing that thing. That didn't make any sense. So I'm not trying to say that your anime is trash. I'm not going that way. I'm just saying that's the equivalent of Krillin being on planet Namek, flying in the air, and all of a sudden his gi gets back on his body. Like, that's just like, wow. Somebody didn't notice that shit. That's all I'm saying.
That is still one of my favorite continuity errors, aside from Vegeta having all black eyes.
Oh man, I love the way with Vegeta. I love the way where Vegeta had brown hair for like 18 frames, and all of a sudden,
somebody got fired. Somebody got fired that day, and then all of a sudden they turned around and made a fucking Pop Funko out of the shit. So it's like, what the fuck, man?
To this day, I'm still trying to figure out, so where'd that Extra Cell Junior come from?
That was hilarious.
That same one, that Extra Cell Junior, he pulled the Cyberman when he hopped in that cave, and everybody thought he was dead.
Oh man, but new types in this movie, it's just like they really just didn't care with the bullshit. They were just like, fuck it, new type, all right, bet, that's it.
This was Princess Leia opening her eyes and floating back to that spaceship. Wait.
She been in the Force. Don't get it twisted. She been in the Force.
No, okay, let me not get that twisted. She had the Force, but now her Force power activates. Okay.
Look. See, look. It was so funny, Chris.
I beg you, please. Can we not go down this road?
Please travel this road.
I'm not going down it. But Eris, your reaction is exactly what my dad said. My dad and my godfather, they went out to see that jump because they love they Star Wars heads in that type of regard. They went to all of them, the opening day type of shit. You know what I mean? But this was my dad said, when that happened, we looked at each other. He's like, I know Leia has the Force. And my dad was like, what? The bitch uses it now?
That's because Kylo Ren did not know the Force is plus 50 on block. So clearly, Leia can just float back into there, no problem.
Oh, that was funny.
So Leia, you couldn't, try to stop the blast or save all the generals. You just let
oh my God.
That shit hit the ship.
You couldn't have did that either.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
powerful.
I mean, look. If you're talking force powers and stuff, you're gonna have me trigger prime on Char's counterattack when I'm looking at fucking bitch number 1 in that fucking movie that was a Char groupie. That fucking chick who had no reason to have fucking do type powers.
Oh, you mean fucking
no?
Oh,
Yeah.
This bitch. So here's my thing. So like, I don't know. So the whole theory about the new types. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I can kind of almost buy it because the whole premise behind it is like we're as we live out in space, we're supposed to get more spatial awareness, aka get more of that new type juice.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck this bitch that she respitized from the fucking forest. Like what the fuck?
I love you, Char. It's like Jesus. Like, I mean, dog, like, I've seen groupies, but this chick took the cake. She, like, there's killing people, and then this chick just kills because reasons. I'm like, what, no.
How do you think I felt?
So what level of dickmatized was there?
This was Lady Ann and Trey's again. Like, Eris believes that Trey's smashed. I don't. I believe that was just a groupie.
No. See, I don't believe that I'm not saying that it was on a consistent basis. I'm saying it was that one good time, and they never did it again. Those are the ones that they stick with you forever.
Also, just real talk, it's not even against him. I thought Trey's was gay.
Second of all, D, don't let the pink bubble bath scene fool you, all right?
Fool you, dog. Don't let you fool you. I'm a real man that likes Nick. Hey, Chris. Don't let the bubble bath fool you, dog. I'm a man that loves other niggas. I like dick. Give me a break, man. What? I'm still a nigga. What? Want to fight me?
As we always say, it's only gay if you want to cuddle afterwards. That's what makes it gay.
Hey, look. That's actually the rule. And you. Hey, it's in the Library of Congress, bro. You can't.
It's in the Library of Congress.
I mean, it's written down. It's law. We had amendments for that. Just saying.
Anyway, so look. Here's the thing: the new types in this it was at the end of the movie where homegirl, she's out there. Cecily's out there, like, oh, she's dead, and I was like, do it, movie. You know you want it. This motherfucker flew out in the middle of space and just like sensed her, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He's Goku trying to find somebody.
Dog,
this is what I mean.
Now I will say this: I didn't really like how half of this movie was animated, but that scene was at least animated very well. I thought it was kind of cool when they was like, spinning around, and then that final shot, and I was like, at least that looked good.
I mean, this whole movie just goes to show you what happens when you had an idea for a 50-episode series, and when you had to condense it down to a 2-hour movie, you're going to have a mess.
You're going to have a mess.
Especially when
especially
when the series didn't get made. It's like, here's the plot. Now, 13 rewrites later, this is what we got. It's like...
So you're saying they Game of Thrones it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no.
Yes, they did.
No, Prime. It's even better than that. They didn't Game of Thrones it. It's Homer building the barbecue pit.
Bruh, that shit is always going to be funny to me. It's like, oh shit, it's in the cement.
That is exactly what that was. This was Homer building the barbecue pit. Everything fell in the cement, and then he's like, that's one fine looking barbecue pit. Why doesn't mine look like that?
Oh God, that's funny. Oh,
That's
God.
exactly what this movie was. Because like I said, the first 30 minutes of it, I was enjoying it. I was like, wow, this is like a straight up war movie. And then I'm noticing a lack of Gundam.
Whoa.
I'm noticing, I mean, look, I'm seeing mobile suits. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. The mobile suits, they're showing, even the mobile suits are getting pieced out like crazy.
Yeah.
Where the Gundam at?
Basically.
Yo. Now, there's something that we're kind of missing here. You know what? This bitch acted like she was on First 48. Look. Cecily got on my last nerve. Okay, first off, you were like, oh, peace and all that. These niggas scoop you up and say, hey, you a princess, girl. Oh, for real? Cool. So what's up? What can I do? I like this. Give me a Gundam. I'm a new type for real. I like killing motherfuckers. Yay. Wait a minute. What, granddad? Oh, that's messed up. Stay with Jesus. Yeah, I'm fighting again. Wait a minute, Mom. Oh my goodness. Yay, I'm fighting again. No, I was never a part of this. I always wanted to be with you. You see, Brooke. For real? Yeah.
What is it? No, you know what? You know what I say to that? You know what I say to that, D? And here everybody complains about Relena.
I mean, Relena was at least consistent, like, hey, peace.
Consistent. She just got on our nerves. She was consistent, though.
Preachy, but consistent.
Oh, yeah, she was, man. Because all that peace talk went nowhere. You know, anyway. But, yo, Cecily, somebody, look, was I the only one to notice that? Like, y'all saw that shit. God. That was the worst part about the movie to me. That part. Just all of her shit was the worst part of the movie.
Well, homeboy having mommy and daddy issues, especially. I'm just like, really? Like, now we have to have the show doing it again?
Hey,
like, come on, man.
Hey, yo, dude, don't show this to my little sister. I saw the tape. How could you do this? I'm cool. Also, Mom did this. Oh, for real? Oh, shit, we can make a gun now. Thank you, little girl. Ah,
Thank you, little girl.
Look. That storyline and also this storyline, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I understand why these colonies are built the way they are. For real? Like, yeah, why? Because like, and I'm willing to bet that the Crossbones, they have somebody within our government working with them. For real? Has to. They know the whole layout. And as Chris would love to say, all right, grand opening, grand closing. We're never gonna
open this up again, aren't we? Nope.
We're never gonna talk about neither of those storylines ever again. Grand opening, grand closing. Like again.
Brought to you in part by Anaheim Electronics.
Thank you. God damn, Anaheim. It's like, dog, like, that's what Gundam sometimes does that, where it's like, hey, that's actually a pretty interesting twist. Are we going to revisit that? And we're not going to revisit that. Son of a bitch.
We get nothing.
Okay, everybody. See you later here on Fox Sports. Your local news is next.
That's basically how it is.
Good.
Don't you like how that fucking news report, when they talked about the Federation of government on Earth going, yeah, it's wild out there in Frontier 4. Well, y'all be safe.
Don't you, man? They don't give a fuck.
Never revisit it.
Like, wow, for real, space pirates? Man, that's wild. Well, okay.
Oh,
like, huh?
shit.
Oh man, so it's like that, huh? I see. Save your money.
It be like that sometimes.
I like to send. All right, yo, I like to. My cousin Dion, he worked for the Federation out there, man. Hey, yo, nigga, be safe. And you know, we cool down here, man. So family, we rooting for you, bro. Thoughts and prayers, my nigga.
Bless up.
Bless up.
And he look. You see niggas in the background putting up blood signs. No. Within reality, because I know black people. Zig.
somebody's waving the fucking Rumble Round flag and shit with them throwing up gang signs and shit. Like, what the fuck did that happen?
It's like somebody from make it even worse, CJ. Somebody from Rumble Rouse camp will be like, look, do not let any of this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that, he came into Harry's and he just ordered 3 T66 turbos with NOS and a Motec system exhaust.
Meanwhile, the Ghost of Char is like, who the fuck is Hector?
Ghost of Arboro. Look, Arboro, where are you at? I'm in hell. Why? I killed a lot of people.
A lot of people that didn't deserve to die.
And I mean, you hear me saying a lot of people, and you go, oh, you were a soldier. But no, I straight up murdered people and counted while doing it. I'm a fucking war monster.
Like, just to show you how much of a problem I have. You know how those bouncers have those tickers to count how many people got into a club? I have one of those to count how many people I murdered while fighting.
I blame Bright Noah for this, and Bright's like, don't fucking blame me. You didn't have to go into Gundam. I just told you to get into Gundam. It's a big difference.
I only opened the door. You chose to walk through it.
We're 3 Black Geeks. We're doing a little documentary of talking to all the old Gundam pilots. We heard that on Hero. We heard that Hero really lives here. Can we talk to him? Like, yeah, Hero's room is in the back. We go in there, they open the door, you just see him hanging. Wow. He's been dead for a while.
No one thought to take him down, huh?
And look, no. Look, we're just sitting there, right? Here's Prime. Why does he have an erection?
It's like, I don't know.
Well, that's the first question be like, why wouldn't he have an erection?
I mean, we are talking about a character who has committed Gundam suicide not once, but twice, even 3 times maybe.
Hey guys, how old is he? Because this might be child pornography. So
well, bear in mind bear in mind, D, we're doing this documentary well after the war, so Hero is definitely of age at this point. There we go. We're in the clear. Right. We're good.
Oh, no. All right. You know, Eris, thank you. Thank you. See, now you made it worse.
You made it worse.
No.
I didn't think it was possible to make it worse. I really didn't.
Hold on, because I'm about to say it. Now to make it worse, we're sitting there, like you said, this older Hero Yui, he's dead, erection, right? Here's me. There's an awful lot of child pornography on the floor.
Hey, hold up. Backtrack real quick.
Why are there several teddy bear heads in here?
Wait. Hold up, Prop. D. Backtrack. How am I making it worse? He's the one that signed the NDA.
This is true. He knew the risks.
Wait, he knew the risks.
Oh my God,
I got nothing to do with that.
I hate you. This.
Oh my fucking God, man! I swear, man. I feel every time we visit UC, we just bring up all the fucked up shit that happens in this world that the show just casually just glosses over and shit. Like, it's whatever. It's whatever.
Because CJ, this is an evil world we're living in.
Yeah, and that's what Gundam shows, how evil the world is. That's why one of my favorite deaths, so I didn't get to talk about, was the first death in the movie where a big chunk of this building just falls on this chick. She's gone. It was a lot of innocent people died.
Well, I don't think that was a good death. So again, the fucking scene with the bugs at the end of the movie when they're just going through, like, mowing motherfuckers down. Mm-hmm. And it goes to this scene where it busts into that house and that dude is carrying down with his daughter or son. I can't tell because it didn't matter because they were charbroiled within seconds. So
yeah, basically. I mean,
again, who are you? Doesn't matter.
Collateral damage, or that yellow bus that was driving down the road and got buzzsawed in half from the top up.
I say again.
Oh my God!
I say again, Prime. Who are you? Doesn't matter.
Yo, man, I knew it was on. The second those Beyblades came out, I knew it was on.
First off, man, as somebody that is an avid Beyblade fan, low key, that shit hurt my soul. I was like, God damn, Killer Tops, Jesus.
Yeah, it makes you feel better. Crossfire.
Crossfire.
Cosmo Babylonia, let it rip.
Ooh.
No, Prime, you don't understand why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because Aaron said that is his new word for when he comes. Let it rip.
You know what? I'm not mad at that.
You can't.
I can respect that.
Oh God, man!
No one has ever done that. No one's ever said that. Like, you know what? That needs to be a thing.
I mean, I gotta ask this. I mean, I know it's anime, but there are often times that I watch anime, particularly with Gundam, and I sit back and I ask myself, in real life, we do not deserve to have Mobile Suit Gundams because soldiers would be fucking up people left and right by accident with this shit. They really would. Them death tops?
But hey,
Them death tops?
F91.
Poor Zach got killed by a death top. It was an accident, man. Sorry. We were fucking around inside the building. It killed him. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry. Shit.
And CJ, this is why Gundams, the pilots are always teenage boys.
Oh.
In most cases. Unless we're doing a Street Fighter style tournament of G Gundam, then this anything goes.
True.
Okay, Prime. I will give you another death that I actually like because the storyline was so terrible that, again, Chris, grand opening, grand closing.
Yep.
Storyline with the girl that was on, the girl that was helping out Cosmo, right? She left.
Anna Marie.
Yeah, Anna Marie.
You mean Great Value Record?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you. She basically defected just because she got jealous of the new type and she was going to prove them wrong. She goes out in the field. She kills one suit. She goes right up to Homeboy. Homeboy just glances at this bitch, yokes her ass up and just shoots. Dog, this is the equivalent of lights up her whole midsection. I'm like, look, and I'm watching this with my son. Here goes Donovan. Wow. So why was she didn't even do nothing. I'm like, I know, right? All that for what?
I mean...
Yeah, Cecily rose up and was like, what was that? And Zabina's like, hey, man, hoes be mad. I don't want to tell you.
Say, hoes be mad, son. What you want me to do? She made that a thing. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm thinking she's gonna make it to the end of the movie. Psych. I didn't even see that shit.
Went through the trouble to repaint her shit, by the way. They showed the scene when they were repainting her shit. So you think, oh, she's gonna be a new face character. Oh, grand opening, grand closing. Okay.
Done.
Wow. It's like, oops. You know what?
How embarrassing.
Hey, Eris, you know how you and I sit down and we talk about the advantages of digital, you know, how it's a lot better, but at the same time, you said it lost its feel when it comes to, you know, the hand-drawn shit. Yeah. And I say, you know, there's reasons why we don't do hand-drawn shit. Why, D? Because sometimes we make plot lines that go fucking nowhere and just waste people's...
Again, in a show that has, and I'll say this though, to really kind of highlight some things about the show, right? So I told you before, the show barely shows the Gundam, right? The F91 Gundam, right? They have some interesting mobile suits, but we know jack all about them and stuff because they barely show them. I mean, I think Homegirl fucking pops up in the, what was it, the Vigna Gyna or whatever and shit, and I was like,
the big beta or something, I don't know, something like that.
Either way, but I was like, yeah, that's an interesting mobile suit and nothing. I'm just like...
Either way, it's not... Either way, the suit's not around long enough for you to remember its name.
No. See, I was having trouble trying to say it. It's already a dumb-sounding name, but... Prime, how do you say it? You know how to say it?
I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you guys. I never bothered to learn the Crossbone Vanguard mobile suit names.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I just
okay.
cut.
So let me get this straight. You didn't like. Actually, that's a good question. So, of all the designs in this fucking movie, was there any suit that you liked?
I really did like their grunt suits because they look like gas mask Nazis, but I just never bothered to learn the name.
Gas mask Nazis. You ain't lying to that one, man.
I'm gonna
like
say gas mask Nazis, aka the hell gas from
I was
Killzone.
gonna say the hell gas.
I mean,
yeah.
that's what they look like. What? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you ain't lying. I mean, it's 100% truth. I mean,
Dude, all this is a Zaku with a fucking.
I call it Zaku with a helmet. There you go.
It's just a Zaku with a new helmet.
I swear, man, this is like, yo, this is why
Hold on, you put a helmet on a Zaku's helmet.
Oh, how did you like the so you didn't like the fact that these mobile suits projected flags? You didn't like that?
Well, I like the technology behind it because I think one of the reasons why, well, no, not one of the reasons. The reason why Crossbone Vanguard was putting their foot so far up the Federation's ass is because they had extra money and they developed that new micro mobile suit technology with fucking beam shields and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, by the fucking way, I bet it was fucking jarring to see like the Gigans from Char's counterattack getting their literal asses handed to them the whole fucking movie when they were supposed to be the state of the art. Shit. Was getting their asses murked left, fuck, right, and center.
Anaheim.
Compared to this, they get the good shit.
I don't get it, man. Can you imagine you're that guy and you see your suits get shredded up and you're just like, so am I getting fired today, boss?
I was like, huh? So this, like, so, like, unfortunately, Tuberov didn't live long enough to see it. So this is how the mobile dolls work.
It's like, imagine you create this groundbreaking AI and shit and you don't even live to see the shit.
You don't live to see you get pieced out so easily.
Yeah. They always say the great ones don't see their.
That was a prime example of never meet your heroes.
It really is. It's like,
What the hell up?
You know what? All right.
Gold trophy. I got prime.
You know what? I think we are done really doing the Office Space style beat down with the Ghetto Boys blaring in the background. Really, because let's be honest. We have tried our best to praise what we can praise in this movie. There is a lot. Here's the thing. I can understand why Prime, outside of being a Gundam fan that he is, I can understand why he likes this movie. But at the same time, for me, I don't like it at all. It reminds me of the first Star Trek movie. And that's how a lot of fans...
Do something, goddammit! Fuck! All this science shit is getting on my nerves. Jesus.
It's like somebody shoots something.
But here's the thing. For me, the story is just weak. That's why I don't like it.
That's why I don't think if it was an actual legit season of this, like they had episodes, I don't even think the story would... if anything, it would have been so much filler that the story still would have landed flat like it did in the fucking movie. So it wouldn't even matter either which way.
Well, I don't know. Like, so Tamino behind this, he did the Crossbone. He helped write the Crossbone Gundam manga, which is set 10 years after the movie, I think.
The Crossbone Gundam is great though, Prime. Just saying.
I don't know. I have lukewarm feelings about Crossbone Gundam. I love.
That's what kids on the street say. So I'm just going on the street.
Well, I've actually read the manga, so like most of the kids on the street.
So kids' streets are lying then, if that's the case. So
I've actually read it. So the first one is just okay. I like my man Zabina. He gets a lot of time to shine in it. It has its moments. That's me being harsh. It has its moments. It's okay, but like people saying like it's the next Greg, it's just fine. It's okay.
I mean, I would still
it's
recommend
like the Holy Grail.
I still recommend Thunderbolt. To be honest, that's just me.
Most fucking definitely. Most fucking definitely.
Because you want to talk about us.
Wouldn't recommend the anime though. Wouldn't recommend the anime.
Look, I like the anime, but like the best part of the anime, and I think we talked about it before, Federation did not give a fuck about the kids. They did not care.
They went straight. They went straight Jordan Bet mode. Like, for real?
You want to talk about fuck them kids? The fact that the lead character in Thunderbolt was like, and his boy, they're just talking like, so these kids are just bullet sponges for us, right? Yeah. Damn shame. All right, dude. Listen to your jazz and have fun.
So they just bullet sponges, huh?
So
All right, bet.
Ooh, let's go.
So I got a question, guys, because now that we got this out the way, now that we got the one I really wanted to get out the way, which was War in the Pocket and eighth MS. I want us to do the next Gundam one. I want it to be something that, I want us to do a good one.
You want a national treasure?
I don't want to. Now, here's the thing. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't want to go through MS. I don't want to go to the MS on mobile. I don't want to go to Mobile Suit. I want to go to the first one, but I want to do something else, like Zeta or whatever else. What's the good one that we should go to next? That's what really I want. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Chris and problem on this one. What's the good one that we should go to next?
I like Stardust only because that's just more of us riffing on how both sides are assholes in their own way.
Just full of shit. I was just gonna ask, you guys do 83 yet?
Yeah, we didn't do Stardust Memories.
Yeah, we didn't do that one.
Okay.
We did not do Stardust Memories.
We should do that because that's one of those situations where I think that was the anime that made me realize, like, dog, like the Federation and Xeon are dicks. Jesus Christ! It's like both of them are. It's like every step of the way, both of them are like, all right, hold my beer. No, you hold my beer. No, hold my beer, sir.
You know what, CJ? I love stories like that. I love stories that exhibit that no matter what, both sides are terrible.
The Xeon dropped a fucking colony on the fucking Middle America and crops are fucked. I'm just saying, like, at some point, this
Never mind the fact, the whole thing kicked off because the Federation, hey, what you doing over there? Nothing. Are you building nuclear Gundams? No. Are you?
No, what are you talking about? Nukes? What's a nuke?
It's like, what is this nuke you speak of?
Yellow cake? Oh shit, don't drop that shit.
That fucking iCarly fucking meme. The
like,
fucking ostrich. What you got over there? Milkshake?
Basically.
Pay no attention. Pay no attention to all of this aluminum surrounding us.
Bruh, Federation blatantly, and then we're jumping in, the Federation blatantly violated a treaty because fuck rules, apparently. I'm like, dog, really? That's what we're doing?
Hold up. Here's my question. Excuse me, I have a question. Prime Gundam in the back from the internet. How you doing? So, when you were testing these Gundams, right? This is just test flight. So, why does he have a live nuke on him when the Xeon comes to steal it? Like, what the fuck were you thinking? If you're just doing testing, why is there a live nuke aboard the damn Gundam? What are you doing?
Dude, that's why I love that season. It's like, no, there were poor decisions all around on both sides.
And I do think that the response to that would be, well, why wouldn't there be a live nuke?
You know what? You fucking got me. You right. Sure. Get your test pilot live nuke. I mean, what the fuck was I thinking? How dare I? My bad. You right.
I mean, did you not read the synopsis? We're both terrible people.
They really are. That's why, homeboy, I know I'm burning the shit. That's why by the end of the show, the Federation was like, so do we court-martial this guy?
Nope.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
Actually, Chris.
Scrub the record.
Actually, Chris, to answer that question, you said, do we court-martial? We got his sentence reduced to a month. A month of community service.
Okay. So Zeta Gundam has 50 episodes and three movies?
The three movies are a alternate retelling of the series with some newish animation and an alternative ending.
Yep.
So the question is, we do the series and we're going to do those movies. Which one would y'all rather do?
I think doing Stardust Memories before doing Zeta is better because you get an idea of how everything happens in Zeta.
and it's a pretty okay-ish lead-in. It's a continuity busting lead-in, but it has cameos from some major players in Zeta and 0083.
Yeah.
Like our man Bascom and our Princess Haman Khan.
Yeah, so especially Zeta, and then you got double Zeta and stuff. So yeah.
All right.
Sweet
So,
Haman.
yeah, I'm down. I'm down for Stardust Memory, and then I gotta take some time investment for the Zeta Gundam series.
Yeah, because before rest in peace Bandai America, I had the first DVD set before they shut down, so I gotta get the second DVD set from the other company, Right Stuff.
Yo, dog.
Shout out.
Speaking of, my copy of F91 is from Bandai Visual, so when that logo came up, it had like a single tear come out the side.
I mean, shout outs to everybody. I would say shout outs to everybody who's still finding like loose copies of the collection running around at anime cons.
Dog, I worked in the video store. I made sure to get any loose copies of 0083 and War in the Pocket and shit before our video store shut down. I was like, well, might as well get it now.
Oh, nobody want this.
Like,
All
won't
right.
be needing this. Now, of course, unless Bandai was to come out and say, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're starting a Bandai streaming service.
No. I mean, Bandai. You got. It's one of those things where
does not give a fuck about us at all.
No.
No. See, they would do the streaming service only in Japan.
Yeah, just to be a dick.
You know
so
what?
you need a
They
VPN
did,
in order to watch
because
it.
their fucking YouTube channel, they got a bunch of shit that we can't access. Like the other day, I think they put up the Zeta fucking Gundam movies, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this at my lunch break at work. Oh, they told me to go fuck myself?
Yeah,
Oh.
basically, you got the
you're right,
you got the
because,
blackout because you're not in the country to watch it.
Yeah, because they also did that with Netflix Japan, where if you were in Japan, you actually had access to quite a bit of some good Gundam stuff.
Yeah.
Shoot, they put the original Mobile Suit Gundam on Netflix.
Yeah, and again, that was Bandai America's last hurrah in America, was putting the original mobile. That was a big deal too. It was like before they went bankrupt, they was like, oh yeah, guys, we're bringing the original Mobile Suit Gundam on DVD finally. You know, it's great. And then like 2 months later, we're going bankrupt. So get it while you can.
Do you remember like when they released the DVDs, it didn't have the Japanese audio track, and everybody was like, yo, what the fuck is with that? And I'm like, y'all dumb as shit. You know why they didn't have the Japanese audio track on it? It's because they knew the people in Japan would port the cheaper American DVDs and not buy that $300 $500 damn limited edition box set that Bandai Japan was getting ready to drop.
Well,
they
you know,
stupid.
You and I both know they always upsell on their DVDs. You remember how much they were charging for that fucking Gundam Unicorn fucking Blu-ray set for like $80, and I was like, "Fuck you, $80 for that shit? Nope."
Back when they were releasing that shit, one episode at a time. So it's 6 movies, one episode of a fucking Blu-ray. They wanted it $65 for one hour.
It was 80 at anime conventions, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Here's a spoon to eat my whole ass. Fuck you. No.
And then just when you think that it couldn't get any worse, they go and drop the bomb of giving us Gundam Wing Blu-ray collection, like super collector's edition, for like almost $400.
I mean, there's people out here that
400?
It was dude, that thing was like 39,000 yen. I'm like, yep, $400 for this. I said, Japan, you are officially cracked.
You know, somebody's digging in their pocket like, shit, I could.
It's like, I got the money. I mean, look.
Because they still buy that shit. Like, otherwise that industry would have fucking collapsed like it did in America.
Exactly.
Yep.
They still caking up off of people just buying the freaking Gunplas.
I mean, dude, that's their currency, man. People suck their dick for Gunpla, so you know.
They would. They absolutely would. I remember having a Wing Zero because I had like an extra one, and you know, because you know, money times was tight at the time. I already had one that I built. I was going to use this one to do like some painting and stuff, and I said, you know what? I never even opened it. Took it over to the secondhand shop, got $60 for it.
There you go.
It's like, how did I get double my money back for this? I only spent like $10, and this is like one of the master grade Wing Zeros from Endless Waltz. It's not even like the perfect grade, but I got $60. Whatever. Give me my money.
Yeah.
I ran out of there like a thief.
I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing next week, but more than likely, I think that's when, and just in case for some of you, because y'all still like that, no homo, but me, Chris and Harris, we're going to go shirtless, do a couple push-ups so we look swole. We're going to grease ourselves up. And then we're going to dine in hell. So more than likely, we're going to be doing 300 next week. So
it's just an eye, my king. The gods favored me. Like the gods saw fit to give me a spare.
Before I go into it though, Prime, have you ever read the comic?
I have.
How is it?
Very Frank Millery.
That could be anything. You know that, right?
It's a very freaking
That could be either it was dumb but it was awesome, or thank you, white man.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
So it was okay.
He said, "Thank you, white man."
Yeah, that's what. Look, man. Look, Frank Miller has two speeds, man. Just we talked about during the spirit, so we probably don't have to go into it. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be doing that next week. So anyway, peace, y'all.
Peace.
Is it?
Production.